Oh my god, there she is!
Brown sparkle. Okay, I'll do sparkle.
A few years ago, influencer beauty brands ruled the makeup industry. I mean, it felt like there wasn't a week without some internet star launching their own makeup line and cashing in big time. But guess what? The tides have turned and these internet famous celebs are literally struggling to sell their products, and what's even worse, even big shot beauty companies are crashing faster than they grew. You're probably wondering why this is happening. Why are our beloved influencers failing to keep their businesses afloat like they used to a while back? Well, let's start with the obvious, COVID-19. Yeah, that pandemic turned the beauty world upside down. So during lockdown, some TikTok influencers blew up like dynamite, with the likes of Michaela Noriega literally making a career just by reviewing makeup on TikTok. But while those new TikTokers were skyrocketing, on the other hand, the lockdown was taking a toll on most already famous makeup gurus because there was no one who cared about new products, and they had already reviewed what they had, which is understandable because, come on, we were all just trying to survive. People weren't buying or wearing makeup because they were stuck indoors, and that's when things took a nosedive for beauty companies. Anyways, judging from previous trends, TikTok sensations who quickly got fame followed the same old playbook that every celeb had used. They would see their millions of followers as potential customers, and we would literally wake up the next day with news of them launching a lipstick here and an eyelash brand there. But that's not the issue. Let's talk about why their beauty brands lacked staying power, just like a bad concealer. Take Addison Rae for instance. As of 2019, Addison was just a TikTok dancer, but 1 year later, boom, she was a superstar with 88 million followers. She started getting brand deals, movie roles, and she eventually did what they all do. Addison launched her own makeup line, Item Beauty, in 2020, and Addison marketed it as clean beauty. At first, you could only order from the website, but then Item Beauty partnered with Sephora. The products were actually quite affordable since they were targeting Gen Z, so they were like, this is it. But guess what? By 2020, Sephora had stopped selling Item Beauty, and the brand did not even stay long enough to grow legs.
We need to have a talk about this concealer. This is from Item Beauty. This is the Air Hug Concealer. I just picked this up in my flip box for the month. Y'all, literally, why are not more people talking about this?
Did I impulse purchase this purple lip oil from Item Beauty? Yes, I did. This is the last one at my Sephora, so I feel like it's fate. Oh, wait. I just took the dough coat out and look at how much product is left. Sneaky. Anyway, let's try it on. So I will say it does feel really nice on the lip.
Okay, here's the tea on Addison Rae's makeup line. The concealer's mid. It's not terrible, just something I'll never reach for. The coverage is great, but she's a little cakey.
But hold on, loves. This trend isn't just about TikToker brands. It's been brewing in the beauty industry for ages. And when even the big players are taking a hit, you know it's not just a phase. Morphe, for instance, closed its stores in the US, and we'll get to that in just a sec. I mean, even Versace at some point gave makeup a shot, but they quickly realized that not all that glitters is gold, and after just a few years, they decided to just focus on runways rather than shelves.
It's this fantastic box, and then it's the spring 2003 collection, and it just presents everything completely beautifully.
Anyways, let's go back to Morphe. You see, this is the one brand that was big on partnering with influential makeup gurus like James Charles and Jeffree Star, who had millions of followers across social media.
I cannot wait to see what you come up with when you unleash your inner artist. James Charles, that's me! This is my palette!
But Morphe didn't just stop there. It also brought on board TikTokers and influencers like Charli D'Amelio and Emma Chamberlain, who weren't particularly known for beauty content. But the main concern still remains is why these influencers couldn't turn their numerous and loyal followers into Morphe customers. I mean, Huda Beauty did it. The founder, Huda Kattan, started with beauty blogs in 2010 and launched her first beauty product, eyelashes, in 2013, creating $1 billion brand. Why exactly do some brands flourish while others vanish like yesterday's gossip? The downfall of influencer brands is a cocktail of many factors. For instance, Item Beauty's Instagram had over 350k followers when it closed up shop, but now it's at 303k followers, and that number keeps dropping. It's like the same social media that made these stars is the same one that breaks them. In the past, it wasn't all easy come, easy go because building an audience took blood, sweat, patience, time, consistency, and and literally everything in you. And so the people who engaged with a brand were more loyal because they genuinely loved and related to it. They didn't unfollow on a whim. And that's why the likes of Huda Kattan built sustainable brands. Besides that, there's yet another reason why celebrity brands keep failing, and here are just a few comments for context. I never bought an influencer brand in my life. To me, 99% are just cash grabs. I don't buy influencer brands. I honestly don't even watch reviews much anymore just because people lie so much for money. I just find something that interests me and read customer reviews. That's good enough for now. People are tired of influencer-backed products and want professionals. The last point is particularly correct because, let's get real, would you trust skincare advice from an influencer or a dermatologist? Because remember, these professionals are on TikTok too, dishing out expert advice. Anyways, my point is there has been a rising resentment towards celebrities and influencers, and it's showing in the brands they represent. This brings us to the next reason why influencer brands just don't work. This is a secret that the makeup industry wouldn't want you to know, and it's about makeup marketing madness. Like seriously, they'll promise you the moon and the stars, but what do we end up with? A lipstick that doesn't stay on for longer than a TikTok video, or a mascara that won't make your lashes look like a Kardashian's. I mean, hello? Where's the magic wand in this foundation? Y'all haven't forgotten the L'Oreal mascara scandal on TikTok, right? When they partnered with Michaela Noriega for a mascara review, and for some reason, Michaela assumed that people would be too daft to notice that she edited the video, and that the fact that in the final look she had put on fake lashes. And let me tell you, people dragged her for days, you guys. The thing is that all these companies and influencers hit us with words like flawless, perfect, and all-day wear, but in reality, it's more like cakey, touch up every hour, and not so smudge-proof. And let's not even get started on those before and after photos that look like they've been through a Facetune marathon. It's all about editing and filters, not the makeup itself, loves. So take those marketing claims with a pinch of salt, guys, and don't let them fool you. The internet lets us see them for who they are, and any hint of bad press or controversy can crash an entire brand in one day.
Oh, Shane, this is crazy. How?
Bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad.
Now, on to the next part of this crazy story. And this is something that really shook a lot of people because the things that happen in the beauty industry are honestly super disgusting. I recently watched Shane Dawson's video about makeup conspiracy theories, and y'all, things are thick. No, seriously, can we talk about this? Cause OMG. What's even more insane is the fact that he was right in the end. And we will get to that in a second, but first, this video got me thinking, what other jaw-dropping secrets hide in the shadows of the beauty industry? So I did some digging, and all I can say is you won't believe what you've been smearing on your precious skin. All right, loves, without wasting time, let's start with Shane's discovery.
So I've been wanting to do this video for 4 years, and every time I started filming it, I would delete the footage and be like, you know what, this ain't worth it. Mainly because it's talking about a lot of companies that could sue me.
You know what, loves? With the amount of tea Shane spilled, I won't be surprised if he gets into some legal trouble because of all of his conspiracy theories and exposés, this one will ruffle a lot of feathers. And I mean a lot, now that it involves so many big shot companies.
I'm not gonna say the name of the stores. I'm just gonna call them discount stores. And if you decide to, figure out what stores I'm talking about, that's on you. I'm just calling it a discount store.
So Shane said that for the longest time, he'd been thinking about discount makeup stores, especially the quality of the makeup that they sell. He believes that they may be selling used makeup, you guys, and he wanted to put this to the test. So apparently there are countless discount stores that allegedly resell used makeup to customers. Yep, you heard it right. These stores will boldly resell the rejects to someone else, you guys.
So when you go to a nice makeup store and you buy an eyeshadow palette or a bottle of foundation or a contour stick, you use it a couple times, you realize you don't like it, so you want to return it. You go back to the nice makeup store and you say, hey, it's not working, can I return it? They say, of course, here's your money back. What do you think they do with the used products?
To make matters worse, Shane Dawson even revealed that these stores don't even check if the returned makeup has been messed with. They just shove it back on the shelves. Now this is pretty nasty. And this discovery leads us to yet another interesting finding. So So these stores swear on their lipstick stained napkins that they burn these products in some hell-hot dumpster fire, which should be the case, but what if these stores, or at least some, have turned into this money-making scheme? And since greed has taken a better part of them, they sell these returns and rejects to unsuspecting buyers at lower prices.
What do you think they do with the used products? What they say they do is they destroy it, right? They keep all of the returned products, and at the end of the month, a truck comes, picks them all up, and takes them to a big old dumpster fire and destroys them all. That's what they say they do. My theory, once again, just a theory, is that they probably don't destroy the makeup. Because why would they want to miss out on millions of dollars, maybe $1 billion of returned makeup a year? So what if that returned used makeup is getting sold to a discount store? And they put that used returned makeup on the shelves and sell it for a cheaper price.
Not only is this illegal, but also super unethical. And you're probably thinking, why buy makeup from discount stores in the first place? Well, calm down, honey. Sometimes people are on tight budgets, but still want to look good because hello, we can't be walking around looking like our problems. But secondly, the whole idea behind discount stores isn't to sell rejects, but to offer affordable options. For example, if a lipstick shade doesn't sell so well, it could be sold at a discount instead of letting it collect dust. But all the same, there's literally no excuse whatsoever for compromising on quality or hygiene.
Couldn't you get a pink eye? You could get a disease, COVID.
Well, there's a reason why it's not allowed.
Yes.
Because it's not sanitary.
Right.
Anyways, loves, let's get back to the Shane Dawson experiment.
It's like a single eyeshadow for $4, but it looks like it's been attacked.
This brings us to the next part of Shane Dawson's big reveal, where he called Jeffree Star, who better to discuss the beauty world than with the famous makeup artist and entrepreneur.
Oh shit.
Oh my god, hi!
The timing?
So Shane asked Jeffree Star whether it's true that returned makeup sometimes ends up in discount stores, and here's what Jeffree had to say.
Well, I'm gonna let you have a doozy right off the bat. I can confirm that is correct.
Oh my god, no!
So there you have it, guys. This is really happening. This brings us to Shane Dawson's actual experiment, loves, the part where he goes to the store to get the makeup.
Also, this is not about exposing me, it's about exposing...
Whoa, you can't say it.
I mean, discount store.
What? Are you ready to go head to head with huge corporations?
Personally, no. But emotionally, I'm all here for it, like in a supportive, friend way.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So the mission was simple. Go to a discount store, find makeup that looks new, like sealed, and buy it. After that, they would go back to the house and open it to check if it had any fingerprints or anything.
So my thought was, well, what if I fuck with it? And what if I rub it, destroy it basically? And if I put a little symbol in there, maybe a star or something, like write a little star inside the box. And what if I return it? If I return it, and if I go back the next day and it's back on the shelf, then technically they are selling used makeup and they're not actually caring about policies, right?
Yeah.
And y'all, they did just that.
Okay, so we're at the unnamed store. So here's the plan. I think we go in there. We have to be really not obvious with the camera because 4 years ago they kicked us out because we had a camera.
Do you know what's funny, y'all? Shane's theory was proven right inside the store because literally this was the first palette they picked.
Immediately on the first palette I picked up. Look. That's crazy. Why would they even sell that?
This is on their floor. Look at that.
That's not even used. That's just thrown in the trash. Why would they sell it?
Total mess. Anyways, they bought a couple of products and opened them at home to check the ones that had fingerprints, and they got quite a number. In fact, some were beyond broken, and it beat logic how they could even be restocked.
Ready? Let's see if it's used. Oh.
Is that why it's discounted?
Oh, that's bad luck.
I mean, but we...
Shane then messed one palette, marked it, and later returned it.
I'm gonna make it very obviously used. To a point where an employee or somebody there would be like, don't put that on the shelf. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
Okay. Is that crazy enough?
It's pretty crazy.
I mean, that looks like a toddler got to it.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mark the box inside so that tomorrow we can go back and see if they put it on the shelf.
Oh.
So I put a little star, you see it?
They returned to that same store the next day, and lo and behold, the marked pallet was right there, literally on the front row. It gets worse, loves. It literally gets worse. When Shane did this research 4 years ago and confirmed his suspicions, his lawyer suggested that to avoid a lawsuit, it would be best to have other people in other cities do the same experiment and document their findings. So Shane asked 5 of his friends to walk into any random discount makeup store, buy makeup, mess it up, mark it, and then return it. They did just that, and you won't believe this. All 5 random stores, they put the messed up makeup back on the shelves, you guys. All of them. Plus the one store Shane had tried. So 6 random stores. Like, are you kidding me? Turns out in the makeup industry, this is something as random as making morning coffee.
And my lawyer might have said, well, to avoid getting sued, you have to find people around the country to do this experiment as well. So I found 5 different people in 5 different states. And I had them do the experiment where they went in to the discount store.
Okay, Shane, we're going in. We're gonna get some stuff, messed it up a little bit.
Bought makeup, fucked it up, returned it.
We're gonna return these guys with the markings.
Went back the next day, and they found it on the shelf in all 5 states. It happened.
But here's the shocker, y'all. So apparently this clean beauty thing is also a huge scam, because while it is true that some of the companies switched to better ingredients, studies now show that they somehow managed to reduce preservatives, so now the makeup expires faster, and you already know what that means. You'll have to restock more often than you did in the past. So
the reason brands are switching to clean is because they're taking out the preservatives, and the makeup is spoiling faster. So people have to buy more.
yeah, that's what it's come to now. So guys, the next time you see an entire industry claim they are making things better for you, just know they have figured out a way to literally eat your money. They don't care about your well-being. By now you're probably thinking it can't get any more worse than it already is, but I'm afraid it does. Luxury makeup brands have also found a way to scam you of your hard-earned money. They literally trick you into believing you're buying top quality stuff and inflate prices, while in real sense, the only difference between them and the cheap brands is just fancy packaging. Everything else is the same. Like, both cheap and super expensive products literally come from the same manufacturing company, like these 2 lippies. There's just a bit of good news here though. Since you can't trust anyone, here's what Jeffrey said.
That's why a lot of the time I like shopping online, because I know it came from a warehouse that hasn't been taken and touched and potentially contaminated.
The bottom line, just don't buy makeup at discount stores, loves. You'd literally be buying a disease that will definitely cost you way more money to treat than what you would have spent buying the actual product. And before I forget, loves, can we address the no-go zone of animal testing in the beauty world? It's like the makeup industry's secret shame. Believe it or not, a lot of these companies test their products on innocent animals, from bunnies to mice, rats, and even monkeys. Surely this shouldn't be happening with all this technology. So it's time for us to speak up and say, nah, we're not cool with these makeup tycoons using animals as test subjects. We're all about cruelty-free beauty. And that brings us to a question. Have you ever worked in a discount makeup store? Could you please tell us their policy? Like, would they genuinely get rid of returned makeup or just sneak them back out on the shelves for unsuspecting clients to buy? And if you ever bought discounted makeup, how did you handle that? Also, loves, do you have faith in influencer makeup brands? Let me know in the comment section, loves, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.